Hello and welcome to the introduction of the C-Hook 700 kilogram force grinding machine. Now, this machine is very particular, so pay attention to all the details that we have going for you today. So, let's begin with the basics. You have a bar. This bar is locked in a lock position. If you want to take it out of the lock position, you swerve it to the right, you lift up, now the bar is free. This is your step bar. This is what you're going to step on in order to use as a lever or pulley system. This is, of course, the power cord. Everyone knows that. However, below, next to it, are all of the equipment switches. So, this is the switch for powers off and on, which are labeled in English conveniently for you. This is the battery capacity, the light switch, if you ever need that for at night, and the remote control for controlling the vehicle. That way you only have to hold it as a guide, and the manual control, which allows you to adjust to the left or to the right whenever you need to go a certain direction. It makes it a whole lot easier to use. First, we have this lovely handle. The handle is much larger than usual, but it has the same frequency. The lever, you adjust this way. It allows the handle to go up and down to the comfort of the user. By having this handle in place, you're then capable of using all the buttons and equipment that's here. Well, this is the indicator for the power light, the running light, power. You need this to turn on and off. This is the emergency stop and the start. By turning it and lifting up, you're able to start. By pushing down, it turns right off, right? Now, rotation control, walking speed that you determine for the vehicle, and whether you turn left or right. This is a good feature, but you have to be careful when using it, and going straight or backwards. Again, another feature you have to be careful when using it by yourself. This machine can be operated by yourself and with multiple people, so be careful when running the machine. This remote control allows you to remotely control the battery-powered wheel system. The wheel system helps you to move the machine when you need to change locations for it to do its job. Again, let's turn this on. So first, we're going to release the wheel. The wheel should click in place. So we've already released it. All set. We've turned them. Next, we go over here, switch the power on. Now, when you plug this in and you turn it on, that's okay. But if you ever take out the power, you must turn it off to then turn it on again to use the remote. We've turned it on. Now, light switch and remote control switch. This is already in this position, so we'll leave it here and we'll begin by using our partner to use a remote control. You can do it by yourself, but it's very difficult and it's recommended you do it 2 at a time. So, next, we go to the arm. But, as you saw before, bring it down like this, okay? Once it's down, let's just lift it up. Power's on. Now it's easy to move when we're about to go forward and backwards. Just like this. Then you press it. That stops it, and also as it go back. It has 3 settings: forward, backward, and stop in the middle. Now, if you want to do it for yourself, you have to be careful, but you can go to the right or the left, or go to the right. Yes, so you want to make sure you're careful with that. However, we also have the remote, which can be used to do it. We've turned off the machine, we're preparing it for another move. If we're preparing it for another move, you need to change which mode it's in to get the best results. Now, as you know, the modes underneath you can clearly see. You want to flip it the other way for remote mode. So, after it's flipped into the mode, again, you start the same way. Now, when you use the buttons, return them to their starting positions when you turn it off. That way, you have no problems when it turns on. Otherwise, it may start in forward or reverse. So you want it like this, flat, okay? Now, we've turned this off already, so we're turning it back on. So that means we turn it up, we get behind, so we don't do anything silly. The remote. The classic. Without it, It's just a single robot. So when you want to start, you play with the power button first, turning the power button on. As you can see, the screen lights up. Next, you want to take care of this button, making sure it's on and in position for it's ready. After that, you click to run. This has all of your settings that you're going to need to read. So the RPMs are listed here and the distance it's covering as slow as it's moving and its walking speed. Now, next, you have the joystick. The joystick moves forward, backwards, right, and left. And as you can see what mode it's stuck in. So if you want to go forward, first you go forward, then forward to the right, forward to the left, backward, backward left, backward right, and you can watch the machine do these moves as you go. Now, after you've done all this, you need to turn it off. So all things go back into their starting positions. Preferably the left red button first, that turns all the power off. Then the right button, and finally the run button back to normal. Each of these switches is important, so make sure they're in their positions, and they're described below what each switch does. Joystick, and it goes. The person manning the machine moves with it and just guides and adjusts it if needed. But the wheels itself move, and it's not me pushing or pulling, it's the machine pulling itself. As you can see, it turns very well. It's moving very wonderful. Now moving backwards. It is doing the floor grinding moonwalk as we speak. Now, an important note, because you're dealing with electricity and you're dealing with a heavy machinery, you want to always make sure everything's turned off before you go to the next step. Your power must be in the off position. All things should be shut off. That way it'll conserve power and be a helpful use to you later.